This is the first in a series of videos from Priority Dispatch Corporation's Software Support Department, which shows the basic installation and configuration of the XLerator 4 server. This video applies only to a fresh installation where no other XLerator 3 or XLerator 4 exists on the server. By the end of this presentation, you'll be able to find the required installation file, run the installer and set the local Windows service, install the software security dongle and enter the licensing information, assign administrators and users, and finally, you'll be able to create database and aliases for both Paramount 5.1 and Aqua 6. There's one single executable file required to perform an initial installation of the XLerator 4 software on a server. License agencies can upload this file from the CD we sent or can request FTP access through our software support page. This will ensure the most current version. With either method, you simply need the XLerator version 4 executable. When you're ready to install, simply run the executable you've downloaded. You'll be presented with our copyright warning, click OK, and then select Next on the Setup Wizard. Please read and accept the license agreement. If you don't accept, you won't be able to continue with the installation. On the next screen, select Install and then Finish. You'll be left with the XLerator console shortcut, but before you open the console, you'll need to make an adjustment to the Windows service which was installed during the setup. Windows services can normally be found under Administrative Tools depending upon your operating system. Once you've located the local Windows services, find the XLerator 4 service. This service was installed as an automatic startup type. Along with the XLerator server, we installed a Firebird server and set a dependency on Firebird starting before XLerator. The only action you need to take here is under the Recovery tab. Change the first, second, and subsequent failures from Take No Action to Restart the service, then select Apply and OK. You're now ready to install your software security dongle and open the XLerator console. You'll need your Rocky 4ND security dongle we shipped to you. To begin, open your XLerator console. Before we log in, notice the drop-down for languages. This is where you'd select the language that you're licensed for. Also, if you click on the XLerator server bar as shown, you'll see other options. Please leave these at their default settings. You'll immediately open to the status screen, but we'll need to select the About tab on the lower left to install the dongle. This is the screen where your server, console, and dongle information will display. Until your dongle is plugged into a USB port, the dongle information will be blank. Once you've plugged it in, you should see all fields populate with information unique to that particular USB dongle. You still must physically enter license code that match the dongle. Select Licenses and then Add. In this example, I've pasted license keys onto a text document. You can copy-paste them into the field or manually enter these. Your licenses will then appear. These license codes are a unique key which matches the information stored on the dongle. Now we'll create users on our XLerator server. There are two types of users: an XLerator server administrator and a Paramount 5.1 administrator or user. To begin, select the User tab along the left side of the console. Then select Add. We'll create the XLerator administrator first. You can give it any username, first name, and last name. Then create a password. Then select OK. Under the User Roles tab, put a check mark in the Administrator block. Notice we haven't created any aliases yet. We'll do this later. We'll now create a Paramount 5.1 administrator and user. Perform the same steps, but don't assign the user as an administrator. You now have two types of users, an XLerator administrator and a Paramount 5.1 administrator. You will at minimum need these two types of users. If your Paramount workstations are connected to a computer-aided dispatch or CAD, you won't need to enter dispatchers unless they require administrative privileges. Your CAD interface will automatically send logon credentials to your XLerator. Our final step in the configuration of XLerator 4 is to create a database and alias for your Paramount 5.1 Medical, Police, Fire, and Aqua 6. Go to the Aliases tab on the left and select Add. We'll create the alias and database for Paramount 5.1 Medical first. Name the alias anything you wish and then select the correct script from the drop-down. Leave the server, username, and password at their defaults. Then name the database. The Maintenance tab shows that a backup of the database will be created daily at 0100 hours each morning. Now assign administrative users to the database. This is where you'll select the Paramount admin user you assigned in the previous steps. You may also assign the XLerator user as an administrator of Paramount if you wish. Then you can take the same steps to create a database and alias for Police and Fire if you're licensed for these. Finally, create your alias and database for Aqua 6.0. The steps are similar with just one exception. Don't assign a user to this alias. Users are assigned from the Aqua client itself. Once you've created all of these database instances, you can see where the files are stored by navigating to the folder. You've now completed your initial installation and configuration of XLerator 4.